Let's go ahead and hold the intro. Hello, everybody. Alright. Yeah, so do you like what I'm doing, this and everything else? Please go to that page right there. Please support me if you like what I'm doing. Yeah, let's go to the web page. Alright, so start with the older title like has ranked TDT. They are now announcing how they're starting the 9th season or the 9th one for TDT, this and everything else. One of the reasons why I don't like doing TDT matches, what is win trading? Win trading is where, let's say, me and Dave, who's on a team, we're together. But then we get put up with a tug team, this and everything else, against somebody else. And your objective is basically try to get all the objectives and win the battle at all costs, this and everything else. But let's say me and Dave here, we'd already done our daily, so we've got our TDT, we'd already got our thing. We don't need it, we'd already completed it, so we could care less. So what happens is you'll get some people who, against you, because you're on the team, but we don't care about you, so we're going to make sure you lose, and you're not going to get the outcome, you're not going to get the reward, you're not going to get anything, so hell with you. And basically it gets decided on what's going to happen. And yeah, your team basically loses flat out, and everything else, while the other side literally just cakewalks you like it's nothing and just walks out, and yeah, they get all the arsenal, they get all the rewards, and get everything. That is what win trading is. I see this a lot. World of Warcraft has it. Some of the other MMOs has this where, you know, you do all you can to get the optionals, try to get the thing. You do a game chat, you know, hey, idiot, get over here, you need to do this. And the guy, you know, half the time, I can't do anything, man, I'm helpless, man, I'm having connection problems, man. Or you get the other one, I'm new, I don't know what I'm doing. And then they basically sit at the start. Basically what I'm bringing this up, this was just posted a little while ago. Hi, my name is Mike Bradley. I work as a live producer on the Star Wars The Old Republic team. As Eric alluded to, I have been recently delving into the ranked TDT, and I like to talk about win trading in our game. As win trading has become an umbrella term to describe a number of different cheating behaviors, I feel like it might be helpful to clarify the onset of different types of manipulation that this can refer to. Conspiring with the other side to intentionally trade win and losses, queuing with bots to boost rating earned per win, using multiple accounts to control the outcome of individual matches. Any form of technique and manipulation to coordinate winning or losing is against our terms of service. While we are constantly evaluating and improving our existing method of catching these players who cheat, I realize that our current system for reporting, catching, and punishing this behavior is not perfect. As I have read on these forums, I see a lot of understandable frustration. I think part of it is caused these frustration is the lack of clarity on our behalf and how we punish these individuals who are determined to cheat at all costs, otherwise negatively affecting the gameplay experience in TDT. I believe we can do better, and I'm committing to demonstrating that. So, I do like that this guy here is actually stepping up to the plate, and he's going to try to make things better than everything else. Because I'm not going to lie, one reason why I hate TDT is you're always going to have somebody on the other side, no matter what you do. You're going to have the best rotation, the best gear, the best of everything, but you just cannot beat them at all costs. And you see them, you know, in other places always winning, always dominating, always, you know, being master. And you can do all you want, but then they come right back to you. Well, you got crappy gear, so it's your fault anyway. You know, you don't know this game, so why don't you just quit this game and just go somewhere else? You know, you don't know this game. Just leave, you know. I own this game. You suck anyway. Those kind of people I cannot stand with a passion, and that is one reason why I really do not do TDT, because you'll get these arrogant asshole sons of bitches who, well, I'm God, you suck, and I've come to kill you. Ha ha. I am hoping that this guy is going to make it where, yeah, no matter what you do, especially in Star Wars The Old Republic, yeah, you get on there and you can always tell, how it's going to go, because you'll see someone who's really slow, so more than likely it's a thought, being put in there to kind of, die, this, everything else. You'll get someone else who, you'll kind of notice that you got, you'll see like 3 people that they all seem to have this weird, like a rubber band effect or jerking effect, and all 3 of them are doing it. More than likely, the one guy that's ahead of them is the actual main account, while the other 2 are just basically sub accounts that are following, doing like a follow this person mode, so they're going to die. But otherwise, like I said, I am hoping that this is, I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to go back through. So I'll be spearheading a number of different efforts in Season 11 to be more effectively gather feedback from our players, educate the broader team on the nuisance of exploiting behavior, catch those who attempt to abuse the system, assure that they are held accountable for their actions, and report back here with as much relative information as I can provide. There will also be some details that I cannot share, perhaps specific questions that I cannot answer here. I know that a vast majority of our ranked TDT players play legitimately, and to one extent or another having their experience ruined by those who would rather just cheat through it than play fairly. I know that many of you have taken the time and effort to send us detailed reports, raise concerns here on the forums, and explain to us how the different ways that you encounter manipulative behavior. Please know that we are listening, we appreciate your effort, and we are redoubling our effort or resolve on the front. We will be more transparent regarding our actions going forward. Actions and resets are being finalized throughout the day for Season 10. The top 96 reward will be delivered early next week. I will report back on this thread to confirm that they have been sent out. Expect to see a lot more of me during Season 11 and hopefully beyond. So as you can see, there's a lot of people already like responding to this, just everything else and all. Now here's another one right here. I've actually seen this right here, where there was one guy, he was actually caught red-handed, having multiple accounts, using bots to play the game, this and everything else and all. But yet, he needed to come back into the game, and he was right back to, going to certain areas and exploiting and, picking up stuff and then taking it and selling it. Like that one boss that, everybody got busted for exploiting and looting. Yeah. He did get busted and kicked in the game, but nope, he's back in the game, running around and doing his thing. So you like this one, less cry and less cheat. I had a question. But now you kind of see, I mean, I'm definitely going to leave this, link this, everything else to the people who want to comment. Like this one, besides being aware of how cheaters manipulate the system, being more active punishing, is there anything else you can do to curb the behavior? And that's the thing. Because the way Star Wars The Old Republic is set up, it's not that hard to exploit the game and, get an easy way out of the game to kind of get things in the game and cheat in the game. It is not that hard to really do this and everything else and all. That is the problem. The same thing with Star Trek Online. It's not hard to basically exploit Star Trek Online with the same idea, this and everything else. Like this one right here. You had 10 seasons. You had endless feedback. You had endless reports. The cause of player frustration isn't a lack of clarity on how to have into how we punish them. Players who get painted go around showing exactly what you've done to them. We all know how you handle these things. It's the lack of your action. However, what drives many of those now to the level of analogous, BioWare, you ban these gun traders, slap their wrists, then hug them with a big candy in the top 3 awards. What's wrong with that? You cannot do better. The time you do better in 1 week ago. Yeah, and I do agree with this person right here, because there's one guy who, he was going around to that one big boss. He was looting the big boss. He was literally had a video on YouTube showing you how to take on the big boss and loot him and get the stuff. And then he literally, you see him going to the exchange, selling the items on the exchange for maxing out of money and showing people how to do it. Yeah, granted, he got busted and did everything else and all. A couple of weeks later, nope, he's back in the game because he supposedly, well, I didn't realize he was an exploit. I didn't know he was a glitch. I didn't know. So after he basically argued his way, after he made all that money, all that fun, all that stuff, he's back in the game. Then he went right back to doing his thing, going to certain areas, looting certain areas, attacking people, did everything else. So, yeah. Then you got this one right here. We can look to the leaderboards, I mean, I understand that you displaced the game and that it's not feasible to expect a team to have knowledge. That myself, they're all solo run players who have been around enough. But it's your job to know what happens in your game, not ours. Oh, wait, there's a method. It's called reporting, something which many do, but just to see how many can make 3 moves right and 5 wrongs. I cannot stress it enough. Sorry for exposing your blatant lies to the naive eyes around here. As I've said, you're about to reward 20 players who are involved in rating manipulation. Which I agree with this guy. I have seen that so many times. You get these people who come out flat out, wipe out this, everything else, only to find out that, 5 matches later, the same 2 people that's, in the thing again, on purposely losing. But then you see them in the morning, and they was on a winning team. Rest of the day, lose, and they don't seem to care. So I agree with this guy. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and shut up, but yeah, I'm kind of glad that BioWare has kind of reached out with this everything else, because this is the main reason why I really do not like TDT. This has been in MMO since the start. It's very popular in World of Warcraft, where, you do your daily, you get your thing at the beginning of the day, you collected, you completed it, and then the rest of the day, you and somebody else team up, and on purposely, make sure that the team you get, because you're on a tug team, you make sure that tug team loses at all costs. You don't care because you've already won. You've already gotten your reward. You've already gotten your thing completed for the day. So who cares, right? So I'm glad that BioWare is taking a look at this everything else. But overall, this is the main reason why I hate TDT, because of this right here. No matter what you do, you'll always have 1 or 2 people who just don't seem to care. And like one guy who was on my stream one time, he kept laughing every time he exploded. He was laughing every time, he got basically decimated by the Terran shits and the Cinecoin thing. He'd get decimated, this, everything else. And then there was times he would on purposely, get the aggro going. So when he got exploded, all of them would come to the respawn point, and guess what? You can't do anything, because when you die or anybody else dies, he brought all of those Terran shits to the spawn point, and you die immediately, because that, thanks to him. But he don't care. Ha ha! This is funny, I'm dying. Oh, look, I just died 10 times. Oh, those people I can't stand, Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and shut up this everything else, and I'm kind of glad that BioWare did put this out, this everything else. As you know, they're about to wrap up the ranked TDT thing. Pretty soon they're going to be starting the next one, I believe it's next Tuesday. I've done it a little bit, but for me, I could care less about it, because it just You have to know your rotation, you have to know your gear, and you got to know the team you're on. Got the card a few times. Now, I'd always get on a losing team, get frustrated, and alright, goodbye Star Wars, I'm done for the day. But I'm glad the BioWare is, putting this out. So I will put this in the link, and I'm going to shut up now. It just, I hate this, TDT style. But it's popular now and known. So I'm going to shut up now. Alright, so like I said, as you'll notice, I've kind of redid my ending, this everything else. At the beginning of the stream, you'll notice my Patreon page. Please go there, please support me if you want to support me, this everything else. Anyway, those are my supporters that are supporting me. And thank you, Dave, Spirit, and Dino for supporting me. And I'll catch everyone later. Bye.